George W. Bush has said that his favorite childhood book was The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It was written when he was 21. So it's perfectly okay that you like Tangled now. I mean, if he can like The Very Hungry Caterpillar, yeah. You know, I thank you for your video because I never realized about all the deceptive mothering that was in princess movies, and that they were all so young when they were getting married and falling in love. I mean, not that my movie has anything to do with age-appropriate love. That's actually the only thing that our movies have in common. So The Professional is kind of older than Tangled. I mean, it came out in '94, and I watched it a lot as a kid. Not in '94 because that would mean that I'm a year old, but I watched it all the time because Gary Oldman's character is the villain, and John Reno's in it, and he's the professional. He's Leon, and it has Natalie Portman when she's like 10 years old. She's so adorable, and I'd have to say that it's her best movie ever. I mean, it's her first movie, and it's her best movie. Yes, better than V for Vendetta. There are no fake British accents here. So The Professional is set in New York City, and it's about this hitman, Leon, who's very solitary, kind of, stoic and emotionally detached from his work, and that's why he's so successful. He's kind of like a shadow, he kills and no one knows, that he was even there, and he lives alone, and he actually lives next to Matilda, that's Natalie Portman's character, and her family is really negligent and abusive, and they don't really treat her well. And so she's really like exposed to like the wrong things. I mean, her father's like a drug addict and stuff, and he like does things with drugs. So what happens is that her parents get her father and her stepmother and her brother get killed by this cop, the DEA agent Stansfield, who is Gary Oldman. I mean, he's a DEA agent, and he's addicted to drugs. So he's kind of neurotic and has this weird sort of like violence against anything alive. So Matilda gets away, and she wants revenge for her brother, who was like the only member of her family that she really loved. So she learns how to clean with Leon, and she develops a relationship with him, obviously, duh. And it's kind of where the gray area begins. And watching it as a kid, you're gonna start. I mean, you shouldn't watch it actually if you're a kid. It's rated R for violence and all that. But I mean, when I watched it as a kid, I just realized all the gray areas, with love and good and bad and plant loving, because there's a lot of symbols with plants actually. That Leon is he's kind of like a puppy outside of work, because he's I mean, you think that he would be like this stone cold killer and he doesn't like anything, but there's always like really small funny things that he does, and you realize that he's just like a kid at heart, which is so weird for a killer to be. And he has his plants, and that's his only like living thing in his house. And I think it contrasts like life and death that way, and he calls it his best friend because he's always happy. So cute. And this plant actually plays a big role throughout the movie. Like, it's great. I'm not gonna spoil it because it's just gonna give away the ending. But the plant is really important, and a lot of the points that Matilda makes about like you need roots in your life, and that really kind of like is the foundation of their journey, I guess. And of course, I enjoy the movie so much because of Matilda, the child star in the movie. She's so motivated by her emotions, and she doesn't she's a kid, so she thinks that she's like an adult, but she's not at all. And she wants to kill the guy who killed her brother, and she has the coolest outfits ever. Like she wears like this choker and this like this shirt that like um it's weird. It's a weird shirt. These boots with her socks coming out and these shorts, and she doesn't wear things that a normal girl should wear. She doesn't really go to school and stuff. So and she smokes and curses. While this movie may not be appropriate for children, I'm pretty glad I saw it as a kid because this girl isn't motivated by a love necessarily, that a romantic love for Leon. She's motivated by a love she had for her family and for her identity, which is her brother. And it's pretty impressive to see a child, a girl child, who's so um, like she knows what she wants, and she helps someone else find out who he is and what he wants, because he kind of Leon, he kind of wasn't aware of what he wanted, and he was just sort of killing people because he could. She gave him a purpose, so that's why I like this movie. I mean, I'm not going to ignore the fact that there are a lot of pedophilic connotations in the movie because it does talk about like her falling in love with him, but it's not really that she's falling in love with him like romantically, but that they're becoming devoted to one another, and it helps them become better people. So don't worry, it's not Lolita all over again. It's a lot different than that. You know, I can't really stomach Lolita. I still haven't finished that book. In second grade, I had her outfit all, and I wore it a lot. These like big boots and big white socks and black cargo pants and her weird shirt and her choker, and I would wear that a lot, and it was weird, but it was a great outfit in the movie and the one that I wore, I guess, because it was actually bully proof. So this movie helped me a lot. Well, I hope I convinced you. Maybe you can watch it now because it's so great. And yeah, I'm gonna go bike right now.